Whatever their reasoning, I think we can all agree that fewer super mutants running around isn't a bad thing. That anyone who's had trouble letting go can relate to. It's all over but the crime.
You hear about the battle between the Brotherhood and Institute? Want to punk the hill?
Buffering.
Excuse me, but I'm very busy right now. I have somewhere to be. Sorry.
walk on through the gate if you need to leave.
Nothing to see here.
Just heard 3 Sons here on Diamond City Radio.
That's it.
There are some recent rumblings from Good Neighbor, and I do mean that as something of a pun. Rumors are circulating that a major heist was pulled off under the nose of Good Neighbor's notoriously Thus far, Diamond City Radio has been unable to confirm this, as Hancock has refused to officially comment. I'm not one to editorialize folks, but this, well, seems like a really bad idea. Since you're out there sitting on a pile of ill-gotten gains from Good Neighbor, I highly suggest you keep quiet about it. Here's a classic from Danny Kaye.
surplus. Open 24 hours.
Would need the key.
Fool kid? Ain't no such thing, I told him.
Service. Only at Diamond City surplus.
The Institute? I ain't scared of them. No, really. I swear.
Shopping at night? Diamond City surplus.
Just buy or sell whatever you need and get lost.
Did you ever find what Marty was looking for? That man didn't get out of bed for free. So I have to imagine it was a pretty nice haul.
Miss Perkins.
Guess it's good I never visited Doc Crocker to get that touch-up I'd been thinking about.
Think the radio sounds better these days? I'm not getting nearly as many complaints.
No wonder it isn't broadcasting at full power. Okay, let's try this.
Oh, hey! How are you?
Travis.
I haven't forgotten what you've done for me. Things with Scarlet didn't really, work out. But that's fine. You think the radio sounds better these days? I'm not getting nearly as many complaints.
Hey, Travis.
Oh, hey! How are you? I haven't forgotten what you've done for me. I haven't forgotten what you've done for me.
Maybe this goes here. All right, in you go.
Don't make me carry that worthless crap.
think the radio sounds better these days? I'm not getting nearly as many complaints.
Hey, what do you want?
Louis Jordan, folks. Gotta love him. Here's the latest word on what's happening in the Commonwealth. folks.
Smile.
Not content with sitting quietly at the airport, the Brotherhood continues to make waves. They've recently been seen cleaning up Fort Strong, formerly occupied by some very unpleasant supermutants. Whether they planned to annex the location, or just wanted to get rid of the neighbors, I couldn't say. Whatever
Nice
their
work
reasoning,
bringing
I
that
think
rogue
we can all
synth back.
agree that
I've
fewer
heard
supermutants
stories,
running
and the
around
surface sure sounds
isn't
scary.
a bad thing. Here's Billie Holiday bringing us Easy Living. That's a good title. I just may steal that from my autobiography.
Your presence here is a great gift, not just to Father, but to all of us.
If you ask me, we're only scratching the surface with the latest synths.
All this advanced technology, and we still can't cure the common cold.
Enjoy your trip to the big city. It's done then? The transmitter has been modified.
Everything is in place. It's ready to go when we are.
Good. Once the reactor is online, we'll cut into their broadcast. I'll let you do the honors. This, my friends, is the moment we've all worked towards. After all your effort, the time has finally come to start our reactor. No longer will we be forced to compromise to survive. No more will we need worry about outpacing our resources. My mother and I couldn't be more proud of what you have helped us accomplish. And we look forward to achieving even greater things in the future. The Institute is now truly mankind's best hope. Thank you. All of you.
son.
It's almost hard to believe. After all those years of hard work, here we are. We've arrived. Look what you've made possible.
I did good work, didn't I?
Yes. Yes, you did. There's more work to be done before the Institute's future is guaranteed. The Directorate has convened a meeting about how to proceed. I'm not going to attend. You should be there as Director.
Father's legacy when you were the director.
Take good care of yourself, and you won't have to see too much of me.
The Institute's a big place. It might take a while.
We're quite fortunate to have the synths to aid us.
From what I hear, that rogue synth at Libertalia was a real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs.
Sometimes Quentin is really mean to me, but my mom says I have to be nice anyway.
The synths are treating you well, I hope? I suppose congratulations are in order.
Excuse me.
That was Roy Brown with Butcher Pete. time for yet another slice of news from the Commonwealth, folks. Are you familiar with the old sailing ship stranded on top of a building downtown? Reports from the area suggest it'd be a good idea to avoid the ship at all costs. Now, believe it or not, you'll have to shift your gaze much, much higher.
I
heard it here.
When the time
The ship
comes,
somehow managed
you'll
to
take your
become airborne
responsibilities as
and
director
lodged
seriously.
itself in a different building downtown. How? Why? I suggest you just roll with it, folks. It's crazy, but it's true. Keep it tuned to Diamond City Radio for all the latest news, no matter how weird. Harkening back to the days when searching for radioactive material was something to look forward to, here's Uranium Rock.
Unit B592
May I
is
be the first to
undergoing the
welcome you, ma'am.
reclamation
We're looking
process as
forward
we
to
speak.
working with you.
Before long, he'll be back in the workforce.
I'm happy to be here, Dr. Fillmore. I hope I do the position justice.
I'm sure you will.
Right now, we're all here because it's finally time to stand up for ourselves.
Let's not be dramatic, Justin.
There's nothing dramatic about it. We're in a position to push back, to assert ourselves here. That's what we've talked about all along.
To bring you up to speed, obviously there are groups in the Commonwealth that stand in opposition to the Institute's goals. With the reactor now online, we have the ability to not only expand synth production, but to project power to a much greater degree.
I'm sure the reactor will improve everyone's life. It's a great accomplishment.
Yes, but it's not just that. The Directorate has agreed that steps must be taken to ensure our safety in the long run.
Let's not beat around the bush. The Directorate has agreed that the Brotherhood of Steel needs to be eliminated.
As the incoming director, we felt it important to inform you of the decision and get your thoughts on it. So, where do you stand?
The Commonwealth. For years now, you have suspected I think the last thing the Institute needs now is to make things worse. It's true. We should be trying to avoid conflict, not starting it.
I would love to see that big airship fly off over the horizon, but it's not gonna happen. The conflict is already upon us. Unless we end it now, it's only going to get worse.
We really don't have a choice. If we're to emerge from this the victors, we need to move quickly. As director, it's up to you and how we focus our efforts in achieving this goal. We'd like your input on what direction we should take. Do we increase synth production or focus on weapons development?
We have no desire to interfere in the unimportant details of your daily lives. We simply insist that you do not interfere with Institute operations. To do so would result in unnecessary difficulties for all parties. Rest easy. Know that the future is in safe hands. And that mankind will thrive under our guidance. I'll tell you what. You make the call. Surprise me.
Okay then. I'll come up with something. That's all we have for the moment. I believe Father wished to speak with you once our meeting concluded.
To be frank, I don't agree with Father's decision, but I'll accept it.
Apologies. I have an urgent message from Z-114. Your quarters have flooded, ma'am. There is danger of extensive damage to your personal effects.
Do you have any more details?
Some of your prized possessions from the surface are in immediate peril. To avoid any undue tragedy, please see Z-114 at once.
That was Uranium Fever by Elton Britt.
Unit X688 speaks highly of your combat skills.
I wish Quentin would stop telling those stupid
There are
stories.
some recent rumblings from Good Neighbor. And I do mean that as something of a pun. Rumors
I thought all the
circulating
surface
that a
people looked like
major heist
monsters.
was pulled off
But you seem
under
pretty
the
normal.
nose of Good Neighbor's notoriously high-profile mayor, Hancock. Thus far, Diamond City Radio has been unable to confirm the extent of the theft, as Hancock has refused to officially comment.
Ah, there you are.
I'm not one
You've met
to
with the director.
editorialize folks'
I assume they made their intentions known? It was...
Well, it just seems like a really bad idea.
How long has this been coming? When did they decide on this course of action?
The arrival of the Brotherhood's airship was the final straw, really. There's just too much at stake. You can't afford to lose it all.
You know, Mother, it's no secret that you worked with the Railroad in order to first reach the Institute.
The depth of your involvement with them has been called into question repeatedly. I'm sure you can guess by whom. The question is, where do you stand with them now? Do you count them amongst your allies?
Does it even matter? What are you getting at?
I think it's obvious. For the Institute's position in the Commonwealth to be secure, the Railroad must be eliminated. Completely. As our primary above-ground operative and someone who has had previous contact with the Railroad, you are in the best position to carry this out. So what I'm getting at, simply, is this. Are you willing to destroy them? I hope you're not too overwhelmed.
I can take care of them.
Good. Good. I don't enjoy asking you to put yourself in harm's way, but this is so important.
Desdemona has an op for you.
Something on your mind?
Sam!
No!
That is not stop me? You think that is going to stop me?
Don't look!
Going down!
You're messing with the track.
Don't do anything stupid, and we can still win this.
And that, folks, was the ink spots. There are some recent rumblings from Good Neighbor, and I do mean that as something of a pun. Rumors are circulating that a major heist was pulled off under the nose of Good Neighbor's notoriously high-profile mayor, Hancock. Thus far, Diamond City Radio has been unable to confirm the extent of the theft, as Hancock has refused
Ham.
to recalibrate comment.
Using new data set.
I'm not one to editorialize folks, but this... well, it just seems like a really bad idea. So if you're out there sitting on a pile of ill-gotten gains from Good Neighbor, I highly suggest you keep quiet about it. Wanoni Harris' grandma may have had a gambling problem, but we all win because of it. Here he is.
I wish you could have known Father as we have.
And so, the work is done. I am sorry. I know it was likely difficult for you.
No, not a problem at all.
I regret that it came to this, even if you don't. There was just no way to compromise with those people. There is obviously one final threat the Institute faces.
What is it? What's this last threat?
Well, perhaps it's not that obvious after all. The Brotherhood of Steel covets technology, and has made it clear that we cannot peacefully coexist. They will eventually come for us, and attempt to take what we've spent so long creating. We need to destroy them before they can destroy us.
Destroy them? What exactly do you mean?
I mean we eliminate all Brotherhood forces in the Commonwealth. But the problem with the Brotherhood of Steel goes beyond the edges of the Commonwealth. It's not enough to destroy them here.
There are more of them out in the world, Mother. And they too will come for us.
We can defeat them now, we can defeat them again if we have to.
Possibly, yes. But it would be smarter to put an end to it now. We will show them that if they interfere with us, the very technology they value so highly will be turned against them. We will teach them that we can appear at a moment's notice, wherever we please, and they cannot ever stop us. They will know better than to ever interfere with us again.
You seem pretty convinced this will work.
The Institute is her lab. She can fill you in on the details. Time is of the essence.
Father is more than just our leader. He is our creator.
At last, we have power adequate to our needs.
Dr. Lee.
What can I do for you?
Sean says it's time.
Ah. Well, let's get...
Right.
Dr. Orman, over here, please. It's time.
What now? I'm still working over the code that the robotics sent over. The algorithm is a mess. It's not even close to peak efficiency.
It would seem we've run out of time. Let's go. We're going to cover the basics of the operation as it stands now. Dr. Orman has done most of the prep work, so I'll let her explain.
Okay, thanks. Is this really exciting, or is it just me? So, you know that the Brotherhood's main operation is at the airport, right?
I'm aware of that, yes.
Okay, good. If they were a little less intelligent, we wouldn't even be talking about this. We'd have just swarmed them with synths. But they're not idiots. They've managed to generate an EM field that's messing with our ability to relay in.
So we just relay onto the airship and sabotage it.
Won't do us any good. There's no direct connection between their robot and the airship. So the immediate area around their encampment is a no-go. They don't, however, have the entire airport covered. We can relay you in to a point at the edge of the airport, and then you can get in and take down the generators.
We'll have the element of surprise, if nothing else.
Exactly. You'll have surprise on your side. For every generator you take down, it means we can start relaying in synth. And, oh! I almost forgot. Take these.
Oh, thanks. Grenades? Sure, I can always use grenades.
No, they're not grenades. This thing, and I haven't come up with a good name for it yet, it basically deploys a beacon marker. Wherever they land, we can lock onto them and relay synths directly to that position. If there's a hotspot, you can drop synths right on it. We've only got a few of these, so put them to good use. Don't go tossing them into the bay.
Okay, that's pretty good. I'm impressed.
I know, right? I mean... Thanks. Your real job will be to reach Liberty Prime.
It's the Brotherhood's giant robot.
Right. They think it's their ultimate weapon. We've taken everything we know, and... this part was my idea. Uploaded the whole thing into a modified synth, capable of delivering the virus direct. The little guy is going to be exposed and vulnerable.
Separated from his family, but then...
With Liberty Prime on our side...
He's not going to go stomping around, and he won't be taking orders. But he will have his weapons and targeting systems overridden. And he'll absolutely recognize their airship as the Prime. So your end goal is ultimately pretty simple. Get to the robot, then hold the position while the synth does his thing. Oh, and don't worry. We'll pull you out of there.
If you have any questions, now's the time to ask. Otherwise,
What have I got for back?
once the generators are down, we'll be able to throw everything.
No questions.
Very well.
Dr. Lee might not show it, but I can tell she's excited about having the reactor online.
Yeah?
Fist was weak leader. Strong glad to be rid of him.
Can it wait?
Don't much care for Goodman. That place is nothing but trouble.
not a lot of folks would travel with the people, even one with my kind of charisma.
Humanity is so resilient. We cling to life despite all of
Plenty of folks want to make life hard for people just trying to survive. I'm not willing to stand for that kind of shit. So, you ready to get this show on the road?
Not right now.
Suit yourself.
I'll try to make myself useful. No one wants... to see a grown man feeling sorry for himself. Huh.
What do you build? Setup.
That doesn't look half bad.
Mine one of these at the agency.
And then... Time for yet another slice of news from the Commonwealth, folks. Are you familiar with the old sailing ship stranded on top of the building downtown? Reports from the area suggest it's a good idea to avoid the ship at all costs. Now, believe it or not, you'll have to shift your gaze much, much higher. You heard it here. The ship somehow managed to become airborne and lodged itself in a different building downtown.
Bigger than strong.
How? Why? I suggest you just roll with it, folks. It's crazy, but it's true. Keep it tuned to Diamond City Radio for all the latest news, no matter how weird. Here's the 5 stars with Atom Bomb Baby.
What's happening, Knockout?
Enough of this slog. Just point us to the nearest watering hole.
Building something useful, I hope.
Nothing's more satisfying than a smoking gun and a pocket full of calves.
And
What I
that,
wouldn't give for a
bless her
good
heart,
stiff drink.
was Skeeter Dance. Here's a strange state of affairs for you folks. Some or all of you may have heard of that old Parsons Asylum in the Northeast. You may also have known to stay away from it.
So where are we off to next?
I guess no one told a group of raiders about that because word is they attacked it recently. You'd think that might mean the place is overflowing with raid traffic. But you'd be wrong. It's empty. Now you could assume they got what they wanted and bolted. But given how creepy that place was, you can't help but wonder if something else happened. We may never know for sure. You know what? That's okay with me. Danny Kaye, singing about civilization.
People of the Commonwealth. For years now, you have suspected that the Institute still exists, that we are among you. It's true, but it's not the whole truth. We are here, and we are your new masters. Our superior technology represents the future of the Commonwealth. Today, we activate our nuclear reactor, ensuring that we will persevere long after the world above ground ceases to exist. Ensuring that mankind has a future. We have no desire to interfere in the unimportant details of your daily lives. We simply insist that you do not interfere with Institute operations. To do so would result in unnecessary difficulties for all parties. Rest easy. Know that the future is in safe hands. And that mankind will thrive under our guidance.
Time to talk? Great.
Who's there? Gonna be a good fight.
Oh, it's on!
Heard from the ink spots. Maybe. Time to get another slice of news from the Commonwealth, folks. Sailing ships downtown. Reports from the area suggest it'd be a good idea to avoid the ship at all costs. Now, believe it or not, you'll have to shift your gaze much higher. You heard it here. The ship somehow managed to become airborne and lodge itself in a different building downtown. How? Why? I suggest you just roll with it, folks. It's crazy, but it's true. Keep in tune to Diamond City Radio for all the latest news, no matter how weird.
The Three Sons are up next with Worry, 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 which is something Travis Lonely Miles refuses to do. Not like that old guy. Am I right?
I'm in.
Is everything all right?
Yes.
Disappearing, Anton!
Got it.
left, as Hancock has refused to officially comment. I'm not one to editorialize books, but this... well, it just seemed like a really bad idea. So if you're out there sitting on a pile of ill-gotten meat with neighbor, I highly suggest you keep quiet about it. Now we've got Pistol Packin' Mama from the Record Packin' Daddy game, Bing Crosby.
Hey, if you need something, I'm all over it. If something's on your mind, just let me know.
What are you building?
There's no sport to spilling blood if the person ain't earning it. Lucky for us, the Commonwealth provides.